white coloration and distribution throughout the world's oceans, killer whales are one of the most recognizable animals in the sea. I'd like to introduce one of our killer whale trainers, Summer.
Thanks, James, and hello, everyone. As James had mentioned, we are continually inspired by these amazing, intelligent animals. I have been at SeaWorld for 8 years. SeaWorld San Diego is home to 11 killer whales, 5 males and 6 females, and their ages range from 7 weeks old to 50 years old. Today I'd like to introduce you to Corky, Orkid, Makani, and Shouka. Corky is our oldest whale at 50 years old and also our largest female at over 8,000 pounds. How many of you have had the opportunity to see killer whales out in the ocean? Yeah, it's pretty tough to see them out there, but luckily enough we can learn and see them here at SeaWorld. Let's talk a little bit about their physical characteristics. Our whale's weight ranges from 300 pounds to 10,000 pounds and are from 7 feet long to 21 feet in length. How many of you have noticed how difficult it is to see the size of the killer whale as they swim beneath the water? Their black and white pattern helps camouflage their size and shape from their prey. This is called disruptive coloration. Now, killer whales have a dorsal fin on their back to help stabilize them while swimming. Dorsal fins come in all shapes and sizes. Some are tall and some are short. Some are curved and some are not. A commonly asked question we get here at SeaWorld are why are some of their dorsal fins curved and some aren't? Dorsal fins have no skeletal structure such as bone to help support their height and weight. They're made up completely of dense, fibrous connective tissue. Imagine if we didn't have any bones in our body. We might start to slump over, right? Now, if a killer whale spends more time at the surface, whether here at SeaWorld or out in the ocean, that tissue in their dorsal fin may start to bend. Now, everyone raise your hand above your head. Did you know there's a very similar bone structure to that of your hand in a killer whale's pectoral flippers? Killer whales use their pectoral flippers for steering and stopping as they swim in the water. Now, as the whales swim by, take a close look at their white oval eye patches. Their eyes are located right in front of those eye patches and near the corners of their mouth. Now, just like the gray saddle patch behind their dorsal fin, killer whales use their white oval eye patches in group interactions, swimming, and hunting. Killer whales are the fastest of all marine mammals with powerful up and down thrusts of their tail flips. They generally cruise at speeds less than 8 miles per hour, but can reach speeds of 28 miles per hour. Let's watch!
Great job, Makani. So killer whales are found in oceans throughout the world, but there are at least 10 different ecotypes or forms of killer whales found in the world's oceans. While they're all considered a single species and recognizable as killer whales, ecotypes vary in size and other physical features, as well as diet, pod size, and hunting strategies. Killer whales have been seen working a pod of fish close to the surface and then stunning their prey with their tail flips. In the Antarctic, killer whales have been seen washing seals off of ice floes. They'll swim together and then dive below the ice floe at the last second, creating a powerful wave. Killer whales have even been seen sliding up out of the water onto beaches and sandbars to hunt for the seals and sea lions. The combination of physical adaptations and cooperative behavior or teamwork make killer whales one of the most successful hunters in the sea. Inside of a killer whale's mouth are over 40 cone-shaped interlocking teeth used for grasping their food and swallowing it whole. Here at SeaWorld, our whales eat between 100 to 200 pounds of restaurant-quality fish each and every day. But it takes more than an excellent diet to keep an animal in good health. SeaWorld's been taking care of killer whales for almost 50 years. We've learned a lot, including what sort of daily care keeps an animal healthy. Preventative care is a key component. How many of you have ever been to the doctor before? Probably most everyone. When you've been to the doctor will examine you, make sure you're in good health. The same sort of examination happens with our animals here at SeaWorld, but that happens every day. The same training techniques used for the big, impressive behaviors you see in the shows are also used to train our animals to calmly accept routine medical procedures. This is called husbandry training.
Animal training techniques help veterinarians and trainers perform medical examinations more easily. Training the animals to do husbandry behaviors allows us to gather medical history information, helping us to provide top-quality animal care. An important component is to train all our animals to calmly accept routine medical procedures, like taking measurements and weights. Routine measurements allow us to determine actual growth rates for an animal, information that is nearly impossible to obtain in the wild. The whales also exhale on cue, and from that we can get blowhole samples to be cultured. We're also able to examine the whale's teeth and perform dental work if needed. Because of successful training techniques, the whales even give us a urine sample when signaled to do so. And we can calmly take blood samples from the tail flukes, since the veins are so close to the surface of the skin and easy to see. Delicate procedures also are possible, such as taking x-rays and obtaining sonogram data. By routinely conducting husbandry procedures, we can establish healthy baseline data for each animal, and then we can use the baseline data to more easily diagnose and treat illnesses. Plus, we can share this information with other professionals involved in caring for the same species, as we all strive towards the same mission of protecting and preserving these amazing animals.
Now here's Summer to explain a little bit more about husbandry with killer whales.
So husbandry training is one of the most important things we do here at SeaWorld. It's one of the ways that our animals can participate in their own health care. So one of the behaviors that we train is called a fluke present, and that's how we actually train the behavior to get a blood sample. So the first approximation we'll take are to ask the whales to lay over ventrally, and then once they're laying ventral, we will have them present their tail flukes. Now you'll notice the trainers will hold the whale's tail flukes, and then we can approximate and desensitize them to bringing in another trainer or a person, such as a veterinarian, and then our vet staff will come in and they will receive the blood sample on this vein that John is touching right here. So it's really important to be able to receive those blood samples because they tell us a lot about the whale, and of course we want to provide them with the best health care possible. Thank you, Shouka. You are a great help.
So we've learned a lot about killer whales by taking care of them here at SeaWorld and by collaborating with scientists on research studies. Yet, more remains to be discovered and understood. By learning more about the whales here can lead to a better understanding and care of animals both in parks and out in the wild. For example, like most of the ocean's marine mammals, killer whales use complex sounds to communicate and to explore their world. They produce all these sounds through their blowhole. Over 12 years of research has gone on right here at Shouka Stadium on killer whale vocal development. These pools are equipped with a series of underwater microphones called hydrophones. Using those hydrophones allows us to recognize what sound the animals are making and localize which animal is making the call. Through this research, we found that killer whale vocal development is very similar to that of human language development. Whale calves start just by making cries. They then move on to babbling, and eventually start to imitate the adults.
So through this, we've actually been able to capture or train some of these vocalizations of the surface. So we're going to show you a couple. Here we go. And then, of course, our personal favorite.
Yeah. So we've learned about how the whales can communicate with each other, but how do we communicate with them? Training animals takes a long time and it involves many different steps. An important part of training is just spending time with an animal every day. How many of you like to spend time with your friends? Yeah. When you spend time with your friends, you get to know them better and build a relationship. Our trainers build a relationship with our killer whales with a variety of sessions which are interesting, stimulating, and a lot of fun. So, here's Katie to explain a little bit more about some of the different sessions that they do with killer whales.
Thanks, James. Hello, everyone. So we do a variety of sessions all throughout the day to keep it very fun and mentally stimulating for the whales. Now, we actually have an acronym for this, so we're going to go ahead and put it up on the screen so you can see it as I describe each and every one of them. So H stands for husbandry, which Shouka demonstrated quite well as the video. So those are very important behaviors to keep our whales healthy and safe, and most of those behaviors we do every day. We also have E for exercise. Now, just as it's very important for all of us to exercise and stay healthy, it's very important that we exercise our animals to keep them very healthy. Next, we have an L, which is learning. Now, it's very fun for our whales to learn, whether they're learning a new behavior, whether they're learning to work together, or maybe we're helping them kind of remember a behavior that they've learned that maybe they've forgotten a little bit. We also have play sessions. Now these are really fun. This is where you just play with your animals. Now we actually have a variety of toys that we use. We use ice cubes, snows, maybe just us running around the pool. Just a lot of fun, just having a really good time with your whale. Next is relationships. Now this is one of the most important parts of our day. Now when you're relating with an animal, you're just getting to know them. You're not really asking them to do anything. You're just having a lot of face time, some one-on-one time, doing things that they enjoy. Every time we step down to our whales throughout the day, that builds that relationship stronger and stronger. And then last, of course, shows. Shows are a lot of fun, and we can actually incorporate any one of these helpers into our shows. So we can constantly change up the shows as well. Well, right now, we're going to do an exercise session. Now this is a little bit of a learn as well, because you might have noticed we have a little guy in the pool, Makani. So he is learning how to work with all of the whales. Right now his mother and sister are in another pool. So we're not only going to have them exercising and really getting their heart rate up, but we're also going to have them all working together. So throughout the pool, you'll notice that we have some tappers. So they're using a target pull. That's one of our training tools. It's simply just a stick with a buoy on the end. It helps tell the animals maybe the placement we want them to come up or where we want to keep them going. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And it looks like right now we're going to do some bows. So they're going to be jumping up and out of the water, exercise session. Obviously, we're going to be continuously bowing. So where we're tapping, hopefully they jump nice and high. And then Laura's going to help them out with the position over here. Woo! Now ideally, they're going to keep going until we hear that whistle, which we just heard. Excellent. So everyone can help us reward our whales. So how about a big round of applause when they lift their heads up? Very good job, guys. All right, so Shouka's going to do this by herself. She's going to do a ventral bow. That means she's going to be bowing with her belly to the sky. So once again, she should be popping up right here. Now, Shouka is a very athletic animal. As you can see, she just soars. Very nice job, Shouka. All right, so now we're bowing the other direction. Once again, here come the three. This is Corky, Orkid, and Makani. We're going for 6. And we're going to keep on going, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exercise session, so we really want to get them going. They're doing really wonderfully. This will be number 9. Now that bow was a little bit lower, but we actually have another way of telling them great job, and that's with an underwater tone system. So right before they were completely going to come up and out of the water, we told them excellent job. So how about a big round of applause one more time? That was great. Now here's Shouka. She's adding a squirt to the bow. All right, so here comes the fast swim. So as Summer mentioned earlier, whales usually cruise at about 8 miles per hour, but can reach top speeds of 28 miles per hour. So we're really going to get this water moving with these guys. Here they come. As you can see, Makani needs a little breath there. All right, and here comes Shouka, doing a little bit of a modification of the fast swim. This is something called a zipper. And she's actually incorrect, but that's okay. You know, it's okay to make mistakes. I make mistakes. We want our animals to know it's okay to make mistakes. So when they are incorrect, we're going to watch John, her trainer, and we're going to see exactly what he does. Now, what did you guys see? Nothing, right? That's right. It's okay to make mistakes. So all we're looking for is a nice, calm response coming back to their trainer. And look, she even gets rewarded for making a mistake because we want to let her know it's okay to fail. We want you to just keep a nice, positive attitude, and we'll go ahead and move on from there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap up that exercise session. How about one more big round of applause for our 4 superstars today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a pretty exciting announcement. I'm sure some of you already know, but on December 2nd at 12:34 p.m., a 10-year-old female that was born right here in the show pool gave birth to her very first calf. Now let's all just take a little look.
For the birth of Kalia's first calf. She was there for her little brother's birth, and it's really coming full circle because her mom will be helping her out this time, and we're all really, really excited. It's going to be amazing.
The measurements that we just took on Kalia were actually her total girth, right around her belly where she really starts to grow when she's pregnant. So we've been able to monitor that distance throughout the entire 18 months.
The pregnant killer whale at SeaWorld is monitored very intensively. Every 2 weeks, a veterinarian stops by, does an ultrasound, does a blood draw, just to make sure everything is in place and progressing normally.
The trainers and veterinarians are ready for this baby, and I can't wait to meet another baby killer whale and welcome him or her to our family. Are you ready to be a mama? Yes, you're going to be a good mama.
As we get closer to birth, things start to fall into place. We pick the pool that Kalia will give birth in. In our case, we picked here our show pool. It has a nice long straight line that allows for a gliding phase for the calf to drink. We start to choose a social group. Who is she going to give birth with? In this case, Kalia gives birth with her mom in the pool because we believe mom is going to be the best support system for her. We also start getting staffing, equipment, and backup equipment, emergency equipment, all leading up to that moment where we finally get the phone call that flukes are out.
San Diego, and I gotta tell you, it gets more and more exciting each time.
What an amazing moment. Now, after a 17-month gestation period and just under 2 hours of labor, Kalia gave birth to her healthy baby girl. Now, with all of our Facebook fans, we've helped come up with a name. Her name is Amaya. Now, when Amaya was born, we guessed that she was anywhere between 300 and 350 pounds and anywhere from 5 to 7 feet long. Now, Amaya has been swimming into all the pools for quite some time right now, so I do invite you throughout the day to walk around our facility, and hopefully you'll get a little glimpse of our brand new little princess, and we're so excited to share our new baby Shamu with all of you today.
What a great story about our new baby Amaya. So killer whales are found in all oceans of the world. Their ocean homes face many threats. Like us, killer whales need a reliable source of food to stay healthy. Yet many types of seafood are overfished by people. If you eat seafood, or someone in your family does, you can help protect wild populations of killer whales by choosing to eat sustainable seafood. They'll still be around for future generations. We thank you guys for joining us today at our educational killer whale presentation. If you have any questions, our whale trainers will be available as you exit the stadium. We hope your educational experience today helps you connect, conserve, and with all of the animals that we protect our world with. From all of us here at Shamu Stadium, have a great day at SeaWorld. Bye-bye, everybody.
Come on.